Custom Team Survival. A game where you pretty much get put with your friends into this arena and you have to fight multiple challenges that get harder and harder as the game progresses. All of them are kind of different challenges where you meet some of your favorite heroes, ranging from, Pit Lord, Rexar, Paladins, even Sylvanas, which is, my favorite by far, but, kind of a simp. But anyways, yeah, so, guys, listen up. This game is so much fun. I don't know why, but I feel like it's because of the insane customization that this game offers. A little bit like Custom Hero Survival, but this is literally just team. So it's literally the same game, but you're essentially with a team. So essentially, this gives me the feel of like a MMORPG where you pretty much like pick a class, customize your build or your class towards, achieving the same goal as your teammates, which is defeating all these rounds. So, overall, this game is just so well designed. Obviously, some tweaking might be very good, but once you play on normal or hard difficulty, this game is very punishing. It is very difficult to complete, but to be honest, today we're going to be trying our best to complete this game on normal. So I feel like we beat this map before on easy, which was kind of a harder task, but I feel like on normal might be a fun challenge for me to do. So by the way, if you guys want me to beat this game on either hard or normal once again on the channel, let me know down in the comments. It would be awesome to get your feedback for this one. If we, let's say, okay guys, I'm gonna give you guys a challenge. If we get 200 likes on this video, I will beat this map on the hardest difficulty with my viewers. I feel like that's a very achievable, goal. I feel we can do it. You guys can do it. Just hit the like button. So we're playing the Farseer today. The Farseer is, I kind of random a hero, so I didn't really plan on playing this character. It just literally just random. Usually what you want to do is definitely pick a character that fits your currently your current team composition, right? So you kind of want to complement whatever your team needs when you think about it. So if you're lacking a little bit DPS or healers or, tanks, kind of want to make sure that you're obviously picking the right character that fits your composition. So I feel like that's a big part of this game is you can't really pick units or heroes that, that fit your playstyle necessarily, right? You kind of need to pick something that makes sense with your team. So in this case, I did pick a healer. I feel like we were lacking a few healers, so, well, I didn't pick. I decided to go for a mage, a caster slash healer. So I feel like in the end, I feel like it worked out pretty well because we desperately need at least 2 or 3 healers with a big lobby like this one. So usually at the beginning, a cool trick is that all the items sell for 100% value, so you pretty much want to be spending your gold no matter what, right? So you see me going for all stats. Intelligence probably the best thing, so I could keep pretty much healing and using flame strike, which is pretty much my combo at the beginning with unholy aura, which is pretty good. I feel like it's solid because I'm giving my teammates a lot of healing and regeneration passively, which is nice. So the thing is, I'm probably gonna be lacking a little bit of mana later, so I feel like me getting some mana items would be very good. But anyways, so yeah, the combo seems pretty good at the moment. We're also, by the way, we're playing with another streamer called Poe or Foe. I'm not too sure exactly how to pronounce his name, but I'll have a link down in the description if you guys want to go check it out. He also streams some Warcraft from time to time. So cool guy for sure. Hopefully we'll be able to collaborate in the future. But anyways, so basically at this stage of the game, we are facing wave number 3. So we are facing pretty much Courage. These kind of mirror image blade masters. So I feel like they don't even have windwalk, just mirror image and crit, I think. No, mirror image and unholy, it seems. But so I'm not even sure how the scaling of these enemies work, or if they have this different abilities, or to be honest, I don't know exactly what they have, but it just seems that they have a mirror image and unholy at the moment, which is still pretty good. But as you guys are seeing, we as a team are picking different auras for different players. So obviously we do not want to stack the auras. So one player has devotion, one player has endurance, one player has unholy, the other one has brilliant. So we want to combine these auras as effectively as possible, right? So just to give us as many auras as possible, right? So that's the problem. So we got to make sure that no one picks the same aura. So we do have one outlier at the moment. So blue and gray have both endurance, which is kind of a waste. But the thing is, if we don't stick together, because I feel like those auras do have a range to a certain extent, so I feel like it's not necessarily a waste, but something to consider. So I was pretty much eyeing the Scepter of Healing, by the way. So Scepter of Healing is very good because it provides a big AoE heal for everyone, a little bit like a Scroll of Healing. So some of these items are very good. I haven't fully explored the game to tell you guys which items are really key. I'm really, considering doing a in-depth analysis of this game. So the games I really have to analyze is probably Zombie Survival, this game, and I think there's one more. I don't really remember which one, but I really want to go a in-depth analysis and try to beat these maps on kind of like a really harder difficulty, which I feel like would be pretty cool. Obviously, would be really cool. Alright, so we're facing Gazlowe this time. So as you guys are noticing, level 4 Gazlows, I mean, they're not too bad, they're not too difficult to handle. They have the pocket factories, unholy, so I feel like as long as we focus down one hero, I feel like it's all fine. So as you guys are noticing, something I really have to talk about is the aggro in this game. So the way it works, it seems every time I'm attacking a hero, units aggro me, right? So that's the thing. So that's a big part of the game. So it's a lot of aggro pulling and removing the aggro. So it's a lot about manipulating this aggro system from the AI. So as long as for example, tanks are hitting. So basically, what you could do technically is have some people kind of like take aggro, run away from the fight, and let the other people aggro. So just manipulate and just juggle the aggro essentially, so it's as effective as possible. So, I mean, at this point, I'm really happy about my team. I feel like we're doing fine. You'll see me kind of utilizing this manipulation throughout the game, but essentially, all you have to understand is that if no one is attacking that hero in particular, that hero will focus the person that is dealing damage to him, and it applies to pretty much all the units around him. So that's the kind of scary part when you think about it. So if no tank, for example, if this tank is stunned from the cluster rockets from the Gazlowe, for example, and one kind of like weak support hero starts attacking the hero, all the units will aggro that support. So that's the problem. So you have to kind of like pay attention to that. So I mean, overall, we got our Scepter of Healing. This is very, very good start to the game. And yeah, we're just going to be leveling up our abilities. All of our abilities cost 100 wood to upgrade. They go up to level 3. And yeah, we're just going to be clearing waves. Here comes Maive. Maive is such a pain to deal with. I feel like everyone was such a simp for Maive and wanted that character so bad instead of Illidan. But I mean, like Maive literally blinks on you. Fan of Knives, even uses Shadow Strike. Like, there's nothing you can do. We got it completely obliterated. I mean, the difference is that we do have extra lives, so it's not so bad, but Jesus Christ, they just blink in like crazy, and they wreck you. Like, there's no mercy. I kind of enjoyed it. No, I'm just kidding, but it literally, I don't know, we couldn't do anything, even though Poe was such a massive tank in this, like not taking damage whatsoever. But yeah, it doesn't matter because Maive literally killed all of our backlines, so it is what it is. I mean, we lost a life, it happens. Let's move on to the next one and never pick Maive again, even though it's, you have the urge to pick either Sylvanas or Maive. But these characters or heroes you do not want to go against, no way. Alright, jumping into the next wave, we're facing Thralls. So Thralls are slightly easier. They have summons, feral spirits, lightning, chain lightning. So you kind of have to watch out. You don't want to take too much aggro because they can literally chain lightning you. You know what I mean? That's too many chains. Chain lightning. Do you know what I mean? They can chain those chain lightnings on you. That's what I mean. Okay, that was complicated to say for some reason, but it seems like I'm also lacking mana, which is kind of a problem. We might need some like mana regeneration item. We have to stay close to the like Brilliance Aura, dude. But the thing is, like, I don't know. Like, there's for sure items in the game that I could pick that would give me like mana vampirism somehow. Every time I'm casting a spell, I'll get mana back. But yeah, overall, I feel like we're just literally all focusing these Thralls, and wave 5 was pretty straightforward, guys. We also don't forget we need some people to like flank and kill those siege units because they do the most amount of damage. So you'll see later on they start like annihilating us. So here we had the choice between Fulganus and Antonitis. So Antonitis is probably the best option. Just keep buying some items. I was kind of trying to figure out which item might be best for my team. There's a lot of like, intelligence items that you could go for. You could go for a refresher orb. So there's a lot of potential to this map. Again, we just have to explore most of it. Yeah, so wave 6 Antonitis, a little bit like Brawl was pretty easy. Because like they do summon, water elementals, cast blizzard. Sometimes, they mass cast blizzard on you, and it starts to be kind of difficult. But overall, I feel like this is one of the Brawl and like Antonitis are very easy heroes to deal with, because I don't know, they don't seem to like do too much DPS, right? So Antonitis and like Brawl are more casters, you know what I mean? So I feel like they're both very easy kind of like waves to go for. So it was a good pick on us. So I feel like we have the choice to kind of like pick which heroes we want to face. So you have to choose wisely, right? So you have to like kind of choose your opponents, choose a good fight that you think you might win. So sometimes, picking between Maive and Antonitis, you guys know already that, Antonitis might be a little bit easier. So at this point, I was thinking about an ultimate. So we're level 6. We can also pick ultimate. So as a support, I do want to pick myself Tranquility. Tranquility, I had to sell a few items for it. And by the way, lose a little bit of gold because the conversion is not 100%. You're losing a little bit, so it's not so bad. But still, it's something to consider if you want to like kind of be patient and buy a little bit later. But I also, we're at the halfway mark of the game, so I kind of don't want to make any mistakes. So getting Tranquility might be a pretty good idea, because obviously that mass heal is just so freaking powerful. The only problem is it's kind of channeling, right? Alright, so jumping in straight to the fight, casting a massive Flame Strike. It is fantastic, dealing quite a bit of damage per second. Keeping my tanks alive is the most important. I see this teal guy getting kind of stuck, which kind of sucks, but I mean, I can pretty much like help him out with Tranquility, positioning myself in a decent spot and just casting it. The kind of like fun part about casting Tranquility is I'm not auto-attacking any of these heroes. What that means is I'm essentially not taking aggro, right? Because the AI doesn't see me as a threat, since I'm literally immobile just healing my units. But the thing is, I am a threat because I'm also keeping all my heroes alive. So that's why AI manipulation is a big thing in this game. Even though you would think that you could cast Tranquility in the worst spot, it doesn't really matter because you won't take aggro, right? So that's a big thing, which I kind of caught on a little bit later in the game. But again, Transmute, this Alchemist is not doing much, right? It's mostly healing, casting Acid Bomb, and like not even I mean, does it even have transmutes? It would have worked with heroes or maybe summons, but I mean, yeah, I guess in this case the only like ability in their kit is what? Acid Bomb and healing. So at this point they're literally, I don't know, they weren't doing anything, just like casting heal on themselves, and I don't know, man. Like, it was easy round, let's be honest. And now we picked Sylvanas. I mean, a lot of people picked Kel'Thuzad, so, oh no, it's Kel'Thuzad, that's true. Yeah, so we did pick Kel'Thuzad in the end. I had to pick Sylvanas, I'm a simp, so listen, I had to simp for my girl.
OMG, guys, can we get some cuddly bears and chat for Joe Swanson?
Oh my god, she said my name.
So, at this point, casting Tranquility from the get-go, because I want to make sure that my kind of heroes are staying alive. This purple guy is playing with fire, literally almost died. But yeah, as you guys are noticing, Kel'Thuzad is kind of a problem, right? Kind of a problem. There's Frost Novas and there's a crazy amount of units, even dropping frames here because there's too many units on the map. I'm not too sure why that's the case. I would assume it's just because there's so many units, even Rexar falls. So we have 0 lives at this point, and I'm like, dude, is this it? There's no way we lose at this point, right? We lost a few of our tanks. This is not good. This is really not good. And I'm about to die in a second here. I literally survived with, just enough mana to heal myself, which was absolutely insane. But yeah, I mean, at this point, all of these liches are super low and we're not killing them. And it really sucks. So we really have to start focusing down a few of them. But yeah, the thing is, it doesn't seem like we have like enough DPS in our kind of composition. But I mean, we somehow some of these liches start like spreading from their teams from the kind of like bunch. So it gave us the opportunity to kind of focus down a few. But yeah, man, it was kind of close. This round was kind of close. I felt like we were gonna lose, but in the end, it did work out, which is nice. So after 10 waves, you get a free life. We're going to be skipping one wave because it was kind of boring fighting an Uber actor. There's literally nothing freaking happening. Just like him head smacking us, and I feel like we just kited all of them, and it got pretty easy. Anyway, so Lunar Eclipse is the next item I got, which is a fantastic item. So pretty much giving me quite a bit of intel, mana, and critical. Essentially every time I'm casting or damaging an enemy, I get a percentage of mana back, which is fantastic. So it kind of like, I needed this item to keep myself kind of like my mana just to replenish, because I feel like I can't really rely on only brilliance. It would have been kind of bad. So the only thing in this case, what I thought like in retrospect, like really figuring out how to like win this game, we need some sort of disable. So like silence would be fantastic, you know what I mean? Just to prevent other heroes from casting, even casters when you think about it. So this was a look at this start. Like we literally burned all of the freaking casters from the beginning, which is super good. So that's why like putting yourself at the beginning a very good point is critical, right? And using those abilities like in combination would be very good. So when you think about it, like if we have a lot of like AoE spells and we're all coordinated, we could do quite a bit of damage in these kind of chokes at the moment. So I mean, everyone's really playing for themselves at the moment, you know what I mean? Nothing really, like everyone's just like focusing on themselves, and like I don't know, there's not too much cooperation when you think about it. It's just like everyone's just playing the game and like gaming pretty much. There's no cooperation whatsoever. We're just hoping that we win the round. So in this game, a big part of this game is the fact that you have to cooperate, right? So no matter what, you have to complement, obviously, ability-wise. Also, item-wise is very important, right? Picking items that make sense with your team. So for example, the Scepter of Healing is not only helping me, but it's also helping my team. So I don't know if we all have that type of mentality. Like most of these players are really focused on themselves and really, you know, whatever their kit is works well. But maybe they could have picked an item that would make sense even more with, you know, with them and the team, right? So it's all about like doing some sacrifices when you think about it for the better of everyone. So that's the point of the game, right? Is really making sure that everyone is kind of on the same page and working together. Yeah, I mean, we're fighting Sylvanas on round 11. It's gonna be nasty, guys. It's starting to be nasty. I mean, these Sylvanas are hitting like trucks. So, I mean, we're pretty much like falling on the right side. There's not enough like tanks over there. I mean, Mirror seems like a very good pick when you think about it. But it seems like we're really getting pushed here. So, I mean, they're pushing through, pushing us back. Sylvanas is using Life Drain. I mean, that's kind of easy to kind of avoid, just kind of run away, but yeah, I mean, at this point, we just have to focus fire, but as you see, I'm taking quite a bit of damage. So I gotta start hitting those freaking heroes, man. Woo! Sheesh! It's difficult. They could all Life Drain you at the same time, which is kind of funny, but I mean, at this point, we're literally just using Flame Strike in literally the perfect manner, hitting all those Sylvanas, so freaking satisfying, and just take them pretty much all out the game. So wave 11 was a breeze. Sylvanas has been taken down. Very happy about that. I feel like we're on the right track, guys. We're on the right track. Wave number 12. We're approaching the end game, guys, at the moment. I think this game is capped at 16 waves, so we're getting pretty close, guys. We're getting pretty close. We're 75% way towards like ending end period. But the thing is, like, we picked TC Kern. It wasn't the best idea, man. The mass stomp, the mass shockwave, they do so much freaking damage. Level 14 DCs with reincarnation and bloodlust. Like, are you kidding me right now? This is literally impossible. I even picked what's it called, Howl of Terror, to reduce the damage from all these heroes, but Jesus Christ, these Kerns are literally impossible to deal with. They do so much freaking damage. The only thing we could really do is just kind of disable them and kind of like CC and kite them. That's the only way, because the thing is, if they're all together, I mean, they can literally chain wave you and you're out the game in 1 second. So that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah. So you know, all of them are like reincarnating, and we're killing a few, which isn't so bad. But I mean, it wasn't our best pick. It wasn't our best pick. Not gonna lie. But you guys look at. Oh my God! Look at those freaking shockwaves. That was absolutely disgusting. This is what I mean. That was so disgusting. Oh my God, like 1 second of inattention, you're out the game straight away. We only have 1 life left, so I mean, this is serious. We cannot afford to lose this. Like, we still don't forget all these rounds are timed, so you have to complete the challenge before the timer runs out. So it's kind of important for you to obviously make sure that you're kind of like focusing down specific heroes, because you could be wasting time and literally you would lose the game just by timer, right? Which would be kind of unfortunate when you think about it. So the stuns are too difficult, man. The chain CC, this is the problem. This is why we need silence or any sort of disable, right? To kind of like focus down or like disable the fact that they could cast spells, because every time we're stunned, we're not dealing damage and the timer runs out and we can't win it, right? So we have to be fast. This round was super close. So here we're just literally focused. There's a few TCs left and the timer's at 30 seconds. We have to aim these down. Like, we really have to focus. We cannot afford to make one mistake. I ran away a little bit just to prevent from getting stunned so I could make sure that I'm DPSing everything down. The only problem is I do not have a DPS spell. So me being a caster, DPS would have been a little bit better. But look at this, guys. 20 seconds, 15 seconds left. We have to be fast. A few TCs left, only 3 left, 2 left. I mean, this is getting pretty close. We have to be fast. 10 seconds, are you kidding me? This was so freaking close. Wait, we completed it. No way. I thought he had reincarnation, would have been so bad, but this was one of the closest rounds I've seen. Oh my freaking god, no way we just did that. That was crazy. But not Maive. Yeah, and then people picked Maive, and I was like, oh, this is over. Didn't these guys remember what happened when we freaking picked Maive? They literally blinked on us, Shadow Strike, used ultimates, like, we couldn't handle it. And these guys picked Maive again, and I'm like, I was so disappointed. I'm like, okay, this is it. We're gonna lose our lives. There's no way.
The Legion has broken the seal. Quickly, sisters, defend the vault. Lady Maive, we need you.
And we are face versus Uther, the paladin. So Arthas in this case, it seems like, but you know, in this case, there's a problem, right? So the thing is, these heroes prolong the fight a lot. So they have Divine Shield, Holy Light, and Resurrection, right? So that's the problem with this game, is that we didn't think about disabling these heroes. The thing is, we can lose to the timer, right? Essentially, we can easily lose to the timer if we're not fast enough. So basically, the timer will run out. These heroes will for sure regenerate all their mana back and keep healing themselves, keep resurrecting, and all that stuff if we do not play this wave correctly, right? So that's the kind of problem with this game. It's just like the fact that we didn't really think about that. Overall, it's always smart to just pick some sort of disable spell. So in this case, if you face, for example, alchemists, Rakans, shadow hunters, or pretty much Uthers, it's good to disable them because they pretty much like try to prolong the fight as much as possible, right? And you just lose by freaking timer, so there's nothing you can do. It just sucks, but because you fight, you create such a great story where, you know, you're fighting with your boys and you're like almost there, you're so close to the end, and then you face Uther and he literally just completely trolls you because you can't kill them. They're always constantly healing and you can't prevent them from healing because you do not have any disable spells. So like any sleep, silence would have been good, and status traps. Like, we need to stun these guys, right, and prevent them from like kind of like healing themselves. So few seconds left and it's so bad. Like, we can't do anything. They keep healing, man, and oh dude, it sucks so much. You have 0 lives left and it gets so freaking close and down to the wire. A few Heartlesses left and we're not able to finish the freaking game, and it sucks. We're so close. Oh my god, and I was tilted, dude. I was so freaking tilted. But guys, I feel like it was a pretty good game. We did get the chance to play with Poe. We also did play a kind of support role, which we usually kind of don't. So I was kind of happy about this recording nonetheless. a few ways left, so we didn't manage to finish it. But, you know, all videos do not need to end in a good ending. I feel like it was a pretty fun process nonetheless. So if you guys want to see me finishing this game on normal difficulty, don't forget, hit the like button. We get 200 likes and I'll beat it on normal difficulty. Did I say hard? I think I did say hard, but you know, if you really want me to go in depth into this game or really try to beat this map with like a fully prepared team, I'm down to do it. Let me know down in the comments what do you guys think about this game. If you guys want to see more of this, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more, and I'm going to be talking to you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.